On a cold, foggy morning, the forest was quiet and still. The trees stood tall, their branches heavy with mist. The ground was soft with fallen leaves, and the smell of wet earth filled the air. Mr. Hassan, a wealthy man in his late 40s, walked slowly through the forest path. He was a tall man, wearing a long coat to keep warm. Hassan had a serious face. For years, he had lived a life of comfort and success. But deep inside, he carried a sadness he could not shake. Hassan and his wife had tried many times to have a child, but it had never happened. The doctors had told him he was infertile. It was a pain he hid from everyone. That morning, Hassan had decided to take a walk to clear his mind. The forest was a place he liked to visit. It made him feel calm, away from the noise of the city and his busy life. But today, something strange was waiting for him. As Hassan moved deeper into the woods, he heard soft crying. At first, he thought it was the wind, but the crying grew louder, more desperate. He followed the sound, pushing aside branches carefully. Then he saw her. A woman lay on the ground, motionless. Her clothes were torn and dirty. Her face was pale and her eyes were closed. Beside her, 3 small children sat close together. They looked scared and cold. Their eyes were full of tears, and their small hands clung tightly to each other. Hassan stopped. His heart pounded in his chest. "Is she alive?" he whispered, bending down slowly. The woman did not move. The youngest child, a little girl about 5 years old, looked up at Hassan with wide eyes. "Please," she said softly. "Help Mama." Hassan's face became serious. He quickly took out his phone and called the police. His voice was calm but urgent as he explained the situation. While waiting, Hassan wrapped his coat around the children to keep them warm. He looked at their faces. Amir, the oldest boy of about 9, Layla, the little girl, and Sammy, a boy about 7. "Don't worry," Hassan said softly. "Help is coming." The children nodded but did not say much. They were too frightened. When the police arrived, they checked the woman and confirmed she was dead. Hassan felt a sharp pain in his chest. He did not know this woman or these children, but in that moment, he felt a connection. He promised the officers he would take care of the children. They had no other family. Who was she? The police asked Hassan many questions about the woman and the children. Hassan answered what he could. He felt a strange sadness when he looked at the woman's face. There was something about her, something familiar. The officers told Hassan that the woman had no identification, and the children only knew their first names. No one else in the area reported missing family members. As Hassan watched the children quietly, he saw the pain in their eyes. They had lost their mother, and now they were alone in the world. Hassan took the children to his large house in the city. It was a warm place, very different from the cold forest, but the children stayed silent, looking scared and unsure. Hassan sat with them in the living room, trying to comfort them. "I will do my best to keep you safe," he said. The children looked at each other and then nodded. Amir, the oldest, spoke softly. "Mama was sick, but she tried to protect us." Hassan felt a deep sadness. He wished he could do more. A strange clue: the next day, while cleaning the woman's clothes, Hassan found something strange. Tucked inside her coat pocket was a small, worn-out notebook. The cover was torn and the pages inside were old and yellow. Hassan opened the notebook carefully. Inside there were letters and drawings made by the woman. One page caught his eye. A map of the forest with a red X marked near the spot where the woman was found. On another page, there was a short note written in shaky handwriting. "Protect my children. Find the truth." Hassan's heart raced. Who was this woman? What truth was she talking about? Why was she in the forest alone and dying? He showed the notebook to the police, but they said it was not enough to solve the mystery. The woman's death was being treated as suspicious, but there were no clear answers. Hassan knew he could not ignore this. A new responsibility, taking care of 3 children, was not easy for Hassan. He was used to a quiet life without children. He had never changed diapers, cooked baby food, or soothed crying kids before, but these children needed him. And for the first time in a long time, Hassan felt something new: hope. At night, when the children were asleep, Hassan looked at the notebook. Again, he made a silent promise to find out the truth behind the woman's death, to protect these children, to give them a family and a future. As dawn broke, the forest looked peaceful again. But Hassan knew the quiet was only the beginning. Something dark was waiting to be uncovered. The sun rose softly over the city, but inside Hassan's large house, the air felt heavy and quiet. Hassan looked around the big living room. Toys were scattered on the floor. The three children, Amir, Layla, and Sammy, sat silently on the couch, their faces serious and tired. Hassan had never been a father before. Now, suddenly, he was responsible for three children who had lost everything. The first difficult. Days at first, Hassan did not know what to do. The children did not talk much. They ate little and often stayed in a corner, afraid. Hassan tried to feed them warm meals, but Layla pushed the food away. Sami clung to Amir like he was scared of the world. Hassan felt helpless. He wanted to make them happy, but did not know how. Strange feelings and quiet nights. At night, Hassan would hear soft whispers from the children's room. Sometimes Amir spoke quietly to Layla and Sami, telling them stories about their mother. Hassan listened from the hallway. He wished he could understand what they felt. He wished he could help, but the children kept their secrets locked inside. The hidden photograph. One afternoon, while cleaning the children's small room, Hassan found an old, torn photograph under the mattress. It was a picture of the woman, their mother, and three men standing behind her. Hassan showed it to the children. "Who are these men?" he asked gently. Amir looked away and whispered, "I don't know. Mama never told us." Hassan felt a cold shiver run down his spine. Why was this photo hidden? And who were these men? A visit from the past days passed, and strange things began to happen. One evening, a man in a dark coat came to Hassan's house. He did not introduce himself. Instead, he asked questions about the children and their mother. Hassan told him nothing. The man left with a warning. "Stop asking questions. It's dangerous." Hassan's heart raced. Who was this man? What danger was coming? The children's silent pain. Hassan watched the children carefully. Amir often looked outside the window, as if waiting for someone. Layla was afraid of loud noises. Sami cried quietly at night. Hassan realized the children carried heavy pain inside their small hearts. They needed more than food and shelter. They needed love and safety. Hassan's promise. That night, Hassan sat alone in his study. He opened the notebook he had found in the forest again. He read the woman's words, "Protect my children. Find the truth." Hassan made a promise to himself and to the children. No matter what happens, he would protect them. He would find out the truth about their mother, and he would give these children a new family, a home full of love, a new beginning. The days were hard, but slowly, the children began to trust Hassan. Amir told small stories about their mother. Layla smiled once when Hassan read her a bedtime story. Sami held Hassan's hand for the first time. Hassan knew this was only the beginning of a long journey. But he was ready. The past was waiting to be uncovered, and so was the future. The days grew darker for Hassan and the children. The quiet house was filled with secrets waiting to be found. One morning, Hassan received a letter. It was strange. No return address, no name. Just his own name written carefully on the envelope. He opened it slowly, feeling a mix of hope and fear. Inside was a short message. "Stop digging, you don't know what you are dealing with." Hassan's hands shook. Who sent this? Was someone watching him? He looked at the children sleeping peacefully in the next room, and felt a deep need to protect them. The woman's hidden life, determined to find answers. Hassan started asking neighbors about the woman. Most people remembered her as kind, but quiet. Some said she lived alone with her children. always hiding from something or someone. Hassan found out the woman's name was Amina. But why had no one seen her for so long? Why had she hidden herself in the forest? One old neighbor gave Hassan a small box she had found near Amina's old house. Inside were letters, photos, and a diary. Hassan took the diary home and began reading. The diary's secrets. The diary was filled with Amina's handwriting, simple, honest words about her life. She wrote about her love for her children and her fear of a dangerous man who wanted to take them away. Amina's words revealed a life full of pain and courage. She had escaped from a powerful man who wanted control over her family. Hassan felt his heart ache for her. He wished he could have saved her. The diary ended with a plea. If anyone finds this, protect my children. They are all I have left. Strange visitors. As Hassan read, he noticed shadows outside his window. Strangers had begun watching the house again. One night, he saw a car parked near his home. Two men sat inside, talking quietly. Hassan knew the danger was real and closer than he thought. He decided to keep the children inside, safe from harm. Children's silence breaks one evening. Amir finally spoke. Mama was brave, he said softly. She fought to keep us safe. Layla and Sammy nodded quietly. Hassan listened carefully as Amir shared memories, small moments of happiness mixed with fear. He learned that their mother had hidden many secrets to protect them from the man chasing them. A growing mystery. Hassan realized the mystery was bigger than he had imagined. Who was this man? Why had he wanted Amina's children? The notebook, the letters, the diary, they all pointed to a dark secret. Hassan knew he had to find out the truth before it was too late. A new resolve. That night, Hassan looked at the children sleeping safely. He made a silent vow. No matter the danger, no matter the cost, he would uncover the past. For Amina's children, for justice, and for the family he never thought he could have. The days passed slowly, but Hassan's determination only grew stronger. He wanted to uncover the truth behind Amina's life and her death. One afternoon, Hassan went back to the small house where Amina had lived before she disappeared. The house was old and empty now, with broken windows and a rusty door. It looked forgotten by time. As Hassan stepped inside, he felt a cold chill. The air was thick with dust and silence. He searched every room carefully, hoping to find something, anything that would explain why Amina had run away. In a dusty corner of the living room, Hassan found a locked box. It was old and heavy. He tried to open it but failed. The lock was strong. He remembered the torn photograph he had found with the children. Maybe the key was hidden somewhere in the notebook or diary. The secret key. Hassan returned home with the box and the photograph in his hands. He sat with the children, hoping they could help. Do you remember anything about this photo? Hassan asked gently. Amir looked closely at the picture again and pointed to a man standing behind Amina. That man, he was scary, Amir said quietly. He told Mama to hide us. Hassan's heart beat faster. This man was the source of the danger Amina feared. Hassan searched the diary again, looking for any mention of a key or the locked box. On the last page, he found a small drawing of the house with a red circle around a loose floorboard. The floorboard's secret. The next day, Hassan returned to Amina's house and found the loose floorboard. He lifted it carefully and found a small metal key hidden underneath. With trembling hands, he took the key and opened the locked box. Inside, Hassan found papers, legal documents, old letters, and photographs. One document was a will, showing that Amina had left her property and money to her children. The letters told a darker story. They were threats from a man demanding she give up her children. Hassan felt anger and sadness. Amina had fought hard to protect her family from someone powerful and cruel. Betrayal from within. As Hassan studied the papers, his phone rang. It was an old friend, Mr. Khalid, who had once been close to Amina's family. But his voice was cold. Hassan, be careful, Khalid warned. There are people who don't want you digging into this. Hassan's mind raced. Could Khalid be involved in the danger? He did not know whom to trust anymore. Children's courage back at home. The children started to open up more. Layla showed Hassan a small locket she wore, a gift from her mother. Inside was a tiny photo of Amina smiling warmly. Sammy told Hassan about the nights when their mother had whispered stories to calm them during storms. Hassan felt a growing love for the children and a deeper need to protect their memories. Plan to uncover the truth. Hassan knew he needed help. He contacted a private investigator to learn more about the threats against Amina and the man in the photograph. The investigator found that the man was involved in criminal activities and wanted control over Amina's property and children. Hassan realized the danger was bigger than he thought. A dangerous road ahead that night. As Hassan sat alone, he looked at the children sleeping peacefully. He promised again to keep them safe, no matter what. The truth was close, but so was danger. Hassan knew the road ahead would be difficult, and maybe even deadly. Hassan's life had changed completely. From a quiet millionaire, he was now a protector, fighting to keep 3 children, safe from danger he barely understood. But the threats were not just words anymore. They had become real and closer than ever. Strange calls and shadows. One night, Hassan's phone rang repeatedly. When he answered, no one spoke, just silence. The next day, Hassan found his car tires slashed. It was a clear warning. He realized someone was watching him closely, and they wanted him to stop. Children's fear at home. The children were scared. Layla hid behind Hassan whenever a door slammed or a loud noise echoed. Amir tried to be brave but stopped playing outside. Sammy would cry quietly at night, scared of shadows. Hassan knew the danger was not just for him. It was for the children too. A stranger's warning. One afternoon, Hassan met a man in a small cafe. The man looked serious and nervous. "I'm here to help," he said quietly. "You don't know everything yet." Hassan listened carefully as the man told him about a criminal group connected to the man in the photograph, the one threatening Amina and her children. "They want control over the children's inheritance," the man explained. "They won't stop until they get it." Hassan's heart pounded. He realized the danger was bigger than he thought. Preparing for battle, Hassan took quick action. He hired security guards to protect his house. He enrolled the children in a new school, far from their old neighborhood. He made sure their new life was safe and peaceful. But Hassan knew this was only the beginning. A secret meeting. One evening, Hassan received a mysterious note slipped under his door. It said, "Meet me at the old bridge. Alone. Midnight." Hassan's mind raced. Was this a trap? Or a chance to learn the truth? He decided to go. He had to know. Midnight at the bridge. The old bridge was dark and silent when Hassan arrived. Shadows moved, and a figure stepped forward. It was a woman. Her face was hidden by a hood. "I know the truth about Amina," she whispered. Hassan's heart skipped a beat. The woman handed him a small envelope. "Be careful," she warned. "They are watching." Before Hassan could ask more, she disappeared into the night. A new clue back home. Hassan opened the envelope carefully. Inside were documents proving the man threatening Amina was involved in illegal business, and that he had lied to everyone. The papers showed the man had used fake names and fake families to hide his crimes. Hassan felt a spark of hope. The truth was coming out, but danger was closer than ever. A father's resolve. Hassan looked at the sleeping children. He whispered, "I will protect you, no matter what." He knew the fight was not over. It had only just begun. The air was thick, with tension. Hassan could feel it in his bones. The danger was very close now. He had uncovered many secrets, but the final truth was still hidden. Preparing for the fight, Hassan spent the day making plans. He knew he had to face the man who had destroyed Amina's life and threatened the children. He called his security team and told them to be ready for anything. The children were safe inside the house, but Hassan wanted to protect them more than... For the mysterious man appears at midnight. Hassan received a call. A low, cold voice said, Meet me at the old warehouse. Come alone. Hassan's heart raced. This was the moment he had been waiting for. He knew it was dangerous, but he had to go. The warehouse showdown. The warehouse was dark and empty when Hassan arrived. Suddenly, the man from the photograph stepped out of the shadows. He was tall, with cold eyes and a cruel smile. "You should have stayed away," the man said. Hassan stood firm. "I'm here to protect Amina's children. I won't let you hurt them." The truth revealed. The man laughed bitterly. "I wanted their inheritance," he said. "But more than that, I wanted revenge." He told Hassan about old grudges between him and Amina's family, grudges that destroyed lives. Hassan listened carefully. He knew the man was dangerous, but he was ready. A fight for justice. Suddenly, the man attacked Hassan. But Hassan was prepared. His security team arrived quickly, surrounding the warehouse. The man was arrested. Hassan felt a heavy weight lift from his shoulders. Returning home back at home, Hassan hugged the children tightly. They cried tears of relief and happiness. The nightmare was over. A new life begins. Hassan promised the children a new life, a life full of love and hope. He knew Amina would be proud. Together, they would heal and build a future. The sun shone brightly through the windows of Hassan's home. For the first time in a long while, there was peace inside the house. Hassan watched the children play in the garden. Amir laughed as he kicked a ball. Layla twirled in her dress, and little Sami chased butterflies. It was a new beginning for all of them, healing wounds. The children were slowly healing from the pain of their past. They talked more, smiled more, and began to trust again. Hassan made sure they felt safe every day. He cooked meals, helped with homework, and listened to their stories. Amir told Hassan about his dreams of becoming a teacher. Layla said she wanted to be a nurse to help others. Sami simply wanted to be happy. Hassan felt proud. They were strong, brave children. Remembering Amina one evening, Hassan and the children sat together, looking at the old photographs of Amina. "She was very brave," Hassan said softly. "She loved you very much." Layla held Hassan's hand and smiled. "We feel her with us every day." Hassan nodded. Their mother's love was alive in their hearts. A special day, Hassan planned a surprise for the children, a trip to the countryside. They walked through green fields, picked flowers, and ate fresh fruit. For the first time, the children laughed without fear. Hassan knew this was the life they deserved. New family, new hope. Hassan decided to officially adopt the children. The legal papers were signed, making them a real family. The children called Hassan Dad for the first time. It was a moment filled with love and joy. Looking to the future, Hassan looked ahead with hope. He would protect the children always. Together they would face whatever came next. Their past was painful, but their future was bright. The promise. As the sun set, Hassan whispered, "No matter what happens, we are a family. Always." The children smiled and hugged him tightly. They had found a home and each other.